students in room 103 are working towards earning a Thin Mint cookie party. But first, we need to figure out how many cookies we will need. And we talked a little bit earlier about how many cookies do you think each student should have? 2. We're going to go with 2.
5 million.
Now,
5 million.
if there are 24 students in our class, and each person will get 2 cookies, how many cookies would we need in all? And so I'm thinking, I don't want to know the answer. What I want to know is, how could we figure that out?
44. 44.
How could we figure that out?
Oh, I know.
So watch me as I think about how to figure that out. So I'm thinking that if each student is going to eat 2 cookies, we can count by 2s. For each, we can count 2, 4, 6, 2 for each student. Let's try that. Can you count with me? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. Oh, you knew that? You did that in your head? So we are going to need 48 cookies. But guess what? That doesn't tell me how many boxes of cookies we're going to need. So, if each box has 32 cookies in it,
I have Thin Mints.
and we want 48 cookies, how can we figure out how many boxes we're going to need to buy?
2.
So let's see. Here's one box. Let's count out 32, and we'll see how many we have left over for the other box. Are you ready? It's going to go fast. You have to count fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's one box, but we still have to get up to 48 cookies, right? So we know we're going to need another box. And when we keep counting, we're going to start from 33, because we know this is 32. So now we're going to count on from 32, starting with 33, and we're going to try to get all the way up to 48. Ready? 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, oh, 48, that was it, huh? So how many boxes do we need?
2.5.
We need 2 boxes, right? But we might not need 2 complete boxes.
2 boxes and 1
And we'll have some left over. But, you know what? I have heard that I am like a queen bee dipped in honey, that I am so sweet. What if Mrs. Burke was so sweet that we decided each student should get 3 cookies? 3 boxes. So, in your journal, in your math journal, you are going to figure out how many cookies do we need if each student has 3 cookies, and you're going to figure out how many boxes we'll need if each box has 32 cookies in it. So, to help you with your thinking, I'm going to give you a math tool that looks like this chart. We're going to glue it into our math journal, and right at the top it has the question, how many boxes of Thin Mint cookies will we need if each student gets? And there are 24 squares here. Why do you think there are 24 squares here? Because there are 24 people in the class. And if each student is going to get 3 cookies, how many cookies are you going to draw in each square?
3.
3. So first we need to figure out how many cookies we need all together. How many cookies does it take to give 3 cookies to each student? Then I'm going to give you a pretend box, and you are going to try to figure out how many boxes of cookies we need. First you have to figure out how many cookies, and then we're going to use our counters as our cookies, and then you're going to count out how many cookies you came up with, and you're going to put 32 in each box and figure out how many boxes you need. And remember, in our math journal we have our math practice standards, so we're going to use those to look at this. Okay, to see how quietly the boys can buzz off to their desks and get out their math.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 42, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56,
Oh, should I pass out the boxes? Okay, so you're going to do some writing. Remember how we were talking about how we write about our thinking? So how did you get that number and how many cookies altogether, and then how did you come up with that idea? So if you need 2.5 boxes, how many boxes do you have to buy?
3.5.
Can you buy a half box?
No.
No.
So I have to buy 3 boxes.
So you have to buy 3 boxes. That's right. Now guess what, friends? Mrs. Bird just happened to buy 3 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. But now I'm wondering, if we have 3 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, do you think each student could get 4 cookies?
Yeah.
That'd be too many, Mrs. Bird. But what if kids wanted to? Would we have enough?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can figure it out. How many were left over? How many were left over? We did some really good math today. We did some really complex math. And we got some good information that will help us prepare for our cookie party. Now I wanted to show you some of the different strategies that kids use. Why did I change it from 3 to 4, Kim?
Yeah.
Because we're experimenting. We're seeing how many cookies we'll have and if we have enough for each person, if they have 3 cookies or if they have 4 cookies. All right, let's take a look at one strategy that Austin used that I thought was a pretty smart strategy. Austin was trying to figure out how many boxes of cookies we would need for 72 cookies. And so what he did was he used different colors to represent each box of cookies. First he counted out 32 and he made them blue, and that was the first box of cookies that we need. Then he counted out 32 and made them red, and that would be that second box of cookies that we need. And then he counted out some in purple, and that tells us we would need a third box of cookies. I thought that that was a pretty good strategy to use the different colors to organize our information. I also really liked how this student explained her thinking. She wrote, the answer is 72. I got the answer by drawing 3 circles in each rectangle and counted. And then do you notice how when she counted these 3, she wrote a 3, and then 6, and then 9, and then 12. So that way, if she gets interrupted, she knows exactly where she was when she left off, huh? That reminds me of how we count objects in groups of 10 when we count large amounts of objects, huh? One last one I want to take a look at is this student. This student, after she did 3 cookies, she wanted to see if we had enough cookies right here in these 3 boxes for each student to have 4 cookies. Yeah. And so she added another circle to each rectangle, and she figured out that if we have 3 boxes of cookies, each person can have 4. I know, well, we only have 3 boxes. So,
I have boxes in
and
my
then
house.
I asked her, how much money would that cost if each box was $4? And she used multiplication. If each box of cookies is $4, that would be 4 times times 3 equals 12. It would cost $12. Tomorrow, we're going to be figuring out how much milk we'll need. I know. And then we're going to make a poster that tells how much money it will cost in all. Whoa, huh?
God.
Then we're going to use our iPads and make it educreation to teach our parents. Isn't that going to be cool? All right.